The world slowly losing its vibrant colors, the letters on a page beginning to swim together, the strain you feel in your eyes after just a few minutes of reading your favorite book, forcing you to put it down. That frustrating glare from oncoming headlights at night, creating halos and starbursts that make you feel unsafe behind the wheel. Maybe it's the quiet frustration of not being able to see a street sign clearly, or the sadness of squinting to see the details of an old photograph. This gradual dimming of the world can feel like a profound loss, a theft of your clarity, your confidence, and your connection to the life you've built. It's a journey that can feel isolating and frightening. But what if I told you that a powerful part of the solution wasn't in some futuristic technology or a bottle of prescription eye drops? What if I told you that a simple, warm, and comforting cup of tea, a ritual you may already enjoy, holds some of nature's most potent keys to nourishing, protecting, and supporting the health of your aging eyes from the inside out? I know, it can sound too simple, almost like a folk tale, especially when the problem feels so overwhelming. I truly understand that feeling. But please, allow me to share what I've learned. My name is Dr. Ethan, and in my 30 years as a nutritionist specializing in senior health, I've seen that the most profound and lasting solutions are often the most gentle. The science behind these ancient herbs is real, and the hope they offer is something I am so passionate to share with you today. Let's begin our journey by addressing a very common problem that affects so many of us in this modern world. Tired, strained, and irritated eyes. That gritty, dry, burning feeling you get at the end of the day after reading, watching television, or spending time on a computer. To bring gentle, soothing relief to this daily struggle, our first savior is a familiar and comforting friend: chamomile tea. Chamomile's superpower lies in its gentle but potent anti-inflammatory compounds, particularly a flavonoid called apigenin. Think of your eyes at the end of the day as being tired and overworked. Apigenin works like a soft, warm compress for your entire nervous system. It helps to relax the tiny, delicate muscles around your eyes that become tense and strained after hours of focusing. This deep relaxation helps improve blood flow to the area and reduces the low-grade inflammation that is the root cause of that redness and irritation. Now, here is the activation guide to unlock its full calming potential. You must steep it properly. Use water that has just come off the boil, not scorching, rolling hot water which can damage the delicate compounds. Most importantly, cover your mug with a small plate while it steeps for a full 5 to 7 minutes. This simple act traps the beneficial volatile oils in the water instead of letting them escape with the steam. And please, do not add inflammatory sugar. If you must have a little sweetness, a tiny drop of pure honey is all you need. I remember a patient of mine, Brenda from scenic Burlington, Vermont. A passionate knitter, she found her eyes would feel sandy and exhausted by evening, making it difficult to enjoy her beloved craft. She started a simple ritual, a warm cup of properly steeped chamomile tea about an hour before she settled in for the night. She told me it was like a deep sigh of relief for her eyes, helping to soothe away the day's strain and allowing her to knit for longer with much more comfort. Next, let's address another common issue: eye redness, puffiness, and that feeling of heat or fatigue in the eyes. For this, we turn to an ancient Eastern remedy that has been trusted for centuries. Our third savior is the beautiful and delicate chrysanthemum tea. The superpower of chrysanthemum is rooted in traditional wisdom and backed by modern understanding. It is known for its remarkable cooling and anti-inflammatory properties. The tea is rich in vitamin A and beta-carotene, but its primary benefit comes from its ability to improve blood flow to the eyes and soothe irritation. In traditional medicine, it's the go-to remedy for clearing heat from the body, which often manifests as red, dry, and tired eyes. The activation guide for this delicate flower is to treat it gently. You should use water that is around 195 degrees Fahrenheit, not fully boiling. Steep the dried flowers for about 3 to 5 minutes. A wonderful secret is to add a couple of dried goji berries to the steep. Goji berries are also packed with eye-protective antioxidants, and they add a lovely, subtle sweetness. I think of George from San Francisco, California. He spent a lot of time on his computer keeping in touch with his grandchildren who lived far away. But the screen time left his eyes feeling constantly red and fatigued. He started making a pot of chrysanthemum tea in the afternoon. He told me the warm floral drink not only soothed his eyes, but also felt like a refreshing reset for his entire system, washing away the strain of the screen. Now, let's talk about protecting your eyes from the inside out, shielding the entire delicate structure from the damage of aging. For this, we need a true antioxidant powerhouse. Our second savior is one of the most well-researched teas on the planet, green tea. The superpower of green tea comes from its massive concentration of potent antioxidants called catechins, especially one known as EGCG. Think of oxidative stress as a constant, invisible attack on the cells of your eyes. Catechins are like a highly trained army of bodyguards that neutralize the attackers, the free radicals, before they can do damage to your lens, your retina, and your macula. This comprehensive protection is crucial in the long-term fight against cataracts and macular degeneration. The activation guide for green tea is critical. To preserve the delicate catechins, you must never use boiling water. The ideal temperature is around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a temperature-controlled kettle, simply let the boiling water sit for 2 minutes before pouring. Steep for only 2 to 3 minutes. Any longer, and it can become bitter. A squeeze of lemon can also enhance the absorption of the antioxidants. I recall a patient, Eleanor from Austin, Texas. She had a strong family history of age-related eye issues and was determined to be proactive. She made the simple swap from her morning coffee to a cup of properly brewed green tea. She said it gave her a gentle, focused energy without the jitters, and she felt a sense of empowerment knowing she was actively flooding her body with the specific antioxidants her eyes needed for long-term defense. And now, for the #1 most powerful, most targeted herbal tea you can drink to help restore and protect your vision, especially your night vision, and the health of your retina. The #1 spot goes to bilberry tea. Bilberry, a small, dark European blueberry, is legendary in the world of eye health. During World War II, British fighter pilots would eat bilberry jam to improve their night vision before missions. Its superpower comes from an incredibly potent class of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give the berry its deep purple-blue color. These specific anthocyanins have a remarkable affinity for the eyes. They work by strengthening the tiny capillaries in your retina, improving blood flow and nutrient delivery. They also help to rapidly regenerate rhodopsin, the purple pigment in your eyes that is essential for seeing in dim light. The activation guide for bilberry tea is to find a high-quality source. Look for tea bags or loose-leaf tea that is made from 100% pure bilberry fruit and leaf, with no other fillers. Steep it for a good 10 minutes, covered, to extract the maximum amount of the beneficial compounds. I'll never forget Robert from rural Pennsylvania. An avid outdoorsman, he was becoming frustrated and saddened that he could no longer comfortably navigate the woods or his own property at dusk. We introduced a daily cup of bilberry tea into his routine. It took time, but after about 2 months of consistent use, he called me. He said, "Dr. Ethan, last night I walked out to my barn after sunset, and I could see the path. I could just see." It wasn't a miracle. It was the power of targeted, consistent nutrition. So we have the chamomile tea to gently soothe away the day's strain and irritation. We have the chrysanthemum tea to cool and refresh tired red eyes. We have the green tea acting as a total antioxidant shield, protecting the entire structure of the eye. And we have the mighty bilberry tea, working specifically to strengthen our retinas and sharpen our night vision. Each is a hero in its own right. But their true power is found not just in what they do, but in how you use them. This isn't about a recipe to cook, but rather a healing ritual to adopt. I call it the Evening Eye Restore Ritual. It's wonderfully simple. Each evening, about an hour before you plan to go to sleep, you will choose one of these 4 teas based on what your body feels it needs. You will prepare it mindfully, following the steeping guide we discussed. You will find a quiet, comfortable chair, away from the television, away from the phone, and you will simply sit and enjoy this warm, healing cup. You will feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. You will inhale the gentle aroma, and you will sip it slowly. Now, I want to give you the gift of flexibility. On a day where you've done a lot of reading, perhaps you'll choose the chamomile. After a long drive at night, you might reach for the bilberry. There is no single right way. The most important part of this ritual is your persistence. I recommend you practice this ritual at least 4 to 5 times a week. The results will not be loud or sudden. This is not a drug. The results will come slowly, quietly, but powerfully, as you consistently provide your eyes with this gentle, healing nourishment. And when you do this simple act of drinking a cup of tea transforms. It becomes something more than just a beverage. It becomes a quiet moment of healing. It becomes a gentle promise you make to yourself at the end of each day to care for your precious gift of sight. It becomes a ritual of care, a message to your body that you are still listening, still trying, still willing to heal. And as we come to the end of our time together, I want to sincerely thank you, not just for watching a video, but for caring enough about your body, about your eyes, and about your own future to seek out this knowledge. Thank you for staying with me through this entire conversation. I know that living with the fear of fading vision can be deeply discouraging. You may have felt forgotten or dismissed, but the fact that you are here, listening to these words right now, means you haven't given up hope. And that matters more than any diagnosis. Please hold on to this core message. Aging is real, but the body's desire to heal is also real. Your body still responds to gentle care. It still responds to good nutrition. Even when you're 70, 80, and beyond, your cells are listening. Your eyes are living tissue, and they are constantly trying to repair and regenerate themselves. And this simple nightly ritual is not a prescription or a burden. It is a small, powerful act of love for yourself. And now, if this conversation has resonated with you, I have a few small requests. If you could please press the like button, it's a simple way to let me know you're out there and that this was helpful. If you want more ways to support your health naturally and gently, please subscribe to our channel, Seniors Daily, and be sure to ring that notification bell. If you know someone, a friend, a parent, a loved one, who is struggling with their vision and could use this message of hope, please share this video with them. And finally, please leave a comment below and let me know which of these healing teas you're going to try first. I'm Dr. Ethan. Thank you again for your time and your trust. See you next time. And never forget, your comeback doesn't have to be loud to be powerful.